In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use conditional logic in FlutterFlow. We'll walk through the basic process of creating a conditional action so your app can respond differently depending on whether a rule is true or false. This is especially useful when you want a button, form, or other widget to trigger different outcomes based on user input or app state. To get started, open FlutterFlow and load the project where you want to add your conditional logic. Once your project is open, go to the page or component you want to work on. Conditional logic is usually tied to an interaction, so you'll want to identify the specific widget that should trigger the behavior. Next, click on your widget, such as a button. After selecting it, look over to the right side of the screen and open the Action Flow Editor. This is where you define what happens when that widget is tapped, clicked, or otherwise activated. If you're new to FlutterFlow, think of this editor as the place where you build the logic behind the user experience. From there, click Add Action. In the list of available actions, search for conditional action and select it. This tells FlutterFlow that instead of running just one fixed action, you want the app to first evaluate a condition and then decide which path to follow. Now click Add Condition on the screen and choose Single Condition. This is the simplest way to create a rule, and it works well when you only need to compare one value against another. It's a good starting point before moving on to more advanced logic structures. After that, define the rule by setting the first value, the relation, and the second value. In other words, you're telling FlutterFlow what to compare, how to compare it, and what it should be compared against. For example, this could be checking whether a text field is empty, whether two values match, or whether a number is greater than another value. The key here is to make sure your rule clearly reflects the behavior you want. Once the rule is set, fill in the branches. You'll see that the flow now splits into two color-coded branches. One branch runs when the condition is true, and the other runs when the condition is false. This split is what makes conditional logic so powerful, because it allows a single interaction to lead to different outcomes depending on the result of your rule. Take a moment to review both branches carefully so each path does exactly what you expect. And that's how to use conditional logic in FlutterFlow.